Any of my friends can attest that I really like food. I really like cooking. Food is my hobby as well as something I do to sustain myself. Most of my experience cooking has been with soups and stews and pasta and things like that that don't require much use of meat. But I've realized more and more I really need to start learning meat. So today I am making a ribeye steak in a cast iron skillet based on instructions I got from my mom, from Gordon Ramsay on YouTube, and from Jamie Oliver on YouTube. So the first thing you'll want to do is let the steak sit and come to room temperature. Meat that comes out and it's cold will be burnt on the outsides and rare on the insides, and it won't give you a very good quality steak. Also, you'll need to have butter, garlic, herbs. I'm using thyme right here, and then salt and pepper. So first I'm going to generously salt the steak and pepper it. And pepper, you want to open up the top a little bit so you get nice big grains of pepper. And now I'm going to turn it over and do the other side, same thing. So generous salting and nice big grains of pepper. And this steak has been sitting out for about an hour now, so it is to room temperature. And I put it on paper towels so all the blood and juices and stuff can come out. So the next step is we're going to put oil in our pan, and not too much, just enough to coat it. And we're going to raise it to temperature. It's very important that the pan's very hot before you put the meat in there, because you want to sear the meat and create a nice crust on both sides. So now the pan is to temperature, and you can see that the oil is swirling around and it's creating a nice coat on the bottom of the pan, which is what we want. So I'm going to give it about 1 more minute and then put the steak on. So now you can see that the oil is smoking a little bit, which tells us that the pan is indeed nice and hot. The oil is swishing around almost like water. So now it's time to put on the steak. And we're going to do the rapid flip. So we put it on each side about a minute. And we wait for it to get a nice crust, so about 1 minute, and then we're going to flip it to the other side. Okay, it has been about 1 minute. Now we're going to flip it to the other side. Look at that gorgeous crust on it. So now it's been about 2 minutes, and now we're going to take and we're going to do what Gordon Ramsay suggests, which is clarifying the fat on the side. You see there's really nice fat right here? We want that to be nice and juicy. So now I'm just going to leave it on the fat for about 30 seconds to get it nice and clarified and mixed in with our olive oil. Okay, and now we're going to go back on the first side, that side, and we're going to start adding goodies to the pan. So I'm going to put the garlic in there, the thyme, and the butter. And now we're going to grab a spoon. And we're going to start spooning all of this buttery, garlicky goodness over our steak. Now it's been about a minute again, so we're going to flip that and continue to do that on the other side. We're going to do it 1 more time on the other side, and it should be a nice medium, which is how I like it. Okay, and now that it's ready to come out, look at that. So now the next most important part is that we need to let it sit for a good 2 to 3 minutes Otherwise, if we cut it right now, all of its juices will come out, and we don't want that. And here is the finished product, steak and eggs with gravy.